Scare me.
Have you guys gone through the extra credit, the little tutorial thing?
I did the tutorial, but I didn't do it for extra credit. I just did it kind of on my own.
Okay. So I'm like, extra credit, you bet. I'm going to do that. So I did it. And it just basically, it was a tutorial. You answer a question or something, and then you get an extra credit point. So whatever. Anyway, so I've got the little field pulled up right now. And based on what we did in the tutorial, our machines are not doing well at all. We need to, we got to make some big changes. I don't know if you guys looked at it, but.
Which section do I click on?
We're number 1.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it timed out. And I think it started yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
And I was like, well, we haven't met yet, so I'm not doing anything. But so our utilization, which they said utilization being at 100% is not a good thing. And ours is at 100%.
Yep.
So we need to buy a new machine and then see how that goes. So I'm going to buy a new machine right now. Are you guys good with that? One more machine?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just going to pretend I know what this, yep, let's do it.
And which grouping are you going to put it in? Station 1, 2, or 3?
Going to be in station 1.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to say. Okay.
Yeah, that's where our utilization is at 100%.
Yeah.
So we'll need to, so based on my understanding of Littlefield is we have to monitor it and then make changes throughout the week. And if we're doing good, then we're ready to go. If we're not doing good, then we need to make some changes. And obviously the goal is to make money. We have less money now than what we had when we started. So we're not making money. So hopefully that change will help. So welcome our other group member.
Yeah, sorry, my wife came this weekend, so I'm like super far behind on everything and totally forgot we were meeting till like.
Hey, me too.
Well, at least you're here. That's good. We're glad you're here. Do you go by Mike or Michael?
Whatever you want to call me.
Or Natalie.
Okay. Or Natalie. Your login says Natalie.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm logging my wife.
That's okay. Well, because both the guys are Mike or Michael, and you're both like, whatever you want to call me is fine. So we just need to pick one, and that's who you are for the whole semester when we're meeting.
Well, I'll just Michael, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Just call me Elder.
Elder? Okay, we'll see if we can
No.
Oh.
Don't call me that.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out. But so for now, I don't know when you came in, Mike. So
I think I caught like half of what you said.
Okay, well, we're recording it, so you can pick up the first part. Basically, we're doing Littlefield. Have you had a chance to look over it and to get an idea of what we're supposed to be doing?
Did we lose him?
Did we? We must have. Oh, we're recording it. Are you still here?
Mike? Michael?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The other one.
What? What?
The other one. We think we lost the other one.
Oh,
the
Natalie.
One
Okay.
is Natalie. Yeah, maybe we should just call him Natalie. Mr. Natalie. That would be mean. But
all right, so
it would be less confusing.
Did you buy a new machine already?
Yes. So I bought the new machine. So we've got 2 now.
Yep.
Let's check. So based on my understanding, we just have to babysit it and just keep an eye on it. So we bought a new machine. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. We put it on station 1 for board stuffing. Welcome back.
Sorry, I logged out of my wife's thing and then it kicked me off.
Okay. Yeah, we thought you disappeared and we're like, oh, what's going on? Okay, so we're good. We got 1 new machine for station number 1. We'll wait, see how it goes. And then we're supposed to check it periodically. What time zone are you in, Mike?
I'm in Mountain Time.
Mountain Time? Okay. I'm in Central, and Lily and the other Mike are in Eastern Time. So between all of those, we should have a lot of things covered. I don't think we should babysit it because that's ridiculous. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But if we check it, once or twice a day at different times, so between the four of us, if we say like I check it at noon and like 3 p.m. or something, and somebody else checks it at different times, that way we can just keep an eye on it and see what's happening with it. And if we need to make changes, we can make changes, so that way we don't reach 100% utilization and it stalls everything else. Does that make sense?
So Linda, since you seem pretty comfortable with it, do you mind sharing your screen and kind of sharing with all of us? I understand it, but I want to make sure we're all on the same page and we're all monitoring the same things.
Sure.
Maybe you can share like this is where you go to, this is how you figure this out or whatever. Just an idea.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I've got Littlefield up right now. So right here, we've got our machine. And if you look at plot utilization right here, we're at 100% utilization. That's bad. That means our machine is like running full force and we've got a backup. If we look right here at the customer orders, we can plot our queued jobs. Well, that's not going to show anything. Let's see. Where does it have it? It's got it somewhere. Here we go. So we've got 4,000 jobs waiting and we are at 100% capacity. And here's our completed jobs. It's taking, let's see. So it's taking us 10 days to send this out. If we don't get it out in like 3 days, we don't get paid for it. Let's take a look at our profits. So our revenues, that's how much money we're making.
Nothing.
Pretty much. So not good. We don't want it to be any more than 3 days. So the goal is to make it within 1 day, but if it's, no, it must be 3 days to get our $1,000. And right now we're not getting anything. So really my thoughts for this are to focus on this one, machine one, and the utilization. And if this line is clear up here, say tomorrow, we need to probably buy another machine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that first station was the one that we really should focus on monitoring.
At least in the beginning, and then as it trickles down, then we can go from there.
Yeah.
So station 2 is at, I think it's at 40% right now. I'm not really worried about that because as the output from station 1 increases, it's not going to go to 100% for station 2. But station 3 right now is pretty close. I think it's at 70% averaging. So we probably want to babysit that one too and see how the added machine for station 1 is going to affect station 3's ability to, keep working.
Yeah, and once we get station 1 under control, then we'll need to check the other 2 and see if we need to add more machines to handle that. Ultimately, they go back to station 2 twice. So it goes from 1 to 2 to 3, and then from 3 back to 2, and then it goes out. So I think 2 is going to be our next biggest problem to focus on. We may need to buy another machine for 3, but we may end up having to buy 2 machines for 2 to make sure that it keeps up to date with the whatever is coming in. What are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So do we want to divvy up who's going to monitor what times, what day? And then can we email, make sure everyone's on board before we make a move, or do we make the move and then communicate?
My concern with that is, are we going to have enough time to communicate before, because if everybody's busy running their lives, which we're all busy running our lives, we've got stuff to do, it may not be realistic. So I don't know if maybe we want to break it up into so-and-so's in charge of this station, somebody's in charge of this one, somebody's in charge of this one. And if it looks like something needs to be changed in your station, then you make the change, tell the rest of the group, hey, I made this change. Your station may be affected. Keep an eye on it, that sort of thing. Because my buying the machine right now is probably going to take a couple hours. So it'll be like, 3 to 5 days in the simulation for it to for us to see a change.
Yeah.
Do something that I think we may consider doing, like a group text and instead of like waiting for a reply, being like, "Hey, I'm thinking about making this change. If you guys think have anything against it, please let me know. If not, I'm going to make the change like within the next hour." I think that's something that could be a little more.
Yeah.
That way, because I would be scared to just assign us all to like one station and
Okay.
then not have like input from everybody, because sometimes we see things differently. So
Yeah. That's a good point.
Not for me.
And I also just I will struggle with being able to do this at work. So I'm not going to be able to do it during the day. So that was going to be my other I might be able to log in on my lunch break or something like that, but all of my schoolwork, I do it in the evening. So if someone is available during the day that could monitor that, like that, I would appreciate that, because I know that I can't promise that I will be able to.
I can. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I do school in the evening. I do work, but I work from home as well. So if we need to make a change during the middle of the day, I can totally do that. So if we decide we need to make a change, somebody can text me and just be like, "Hey, Linda, can you make this change? Tell me what we need," and I can totally do it. Thursday, I won't be able to make changes in the afternoon. I've got a funeral. I'm a Relief Society president in my ward, so I've got a funeral luncheon that we're dealing with that day. So I'll pretty much be out most of that day working on that, but otherwise I should be free any day.
I'm a full-time student, so I just have like 2 classes a day and that's it. So I can do work pretty much whenever.
Awesome. Sounds great. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can like log in the morning before I go to work, my lunch break, and then in the evening. Like that's when I do most of my work is the evening.
Mm-hmm.
So do we want to set up times for people to check the simulation? That way we know that somebody is checking it consistent, or at least somebody is looking at it during the daytime.
I like that idea only because that way we can, like you said, we can make sure that it's constantly being monitored. Because how long is the time frame for a day? Isn't it like an hour or something?
1 hour is 1.75 days in the simulation.
Yeah.
So it ends on Friday, but I don't know what time on Friday it ends. I think 6 p.m. Mountain Time on Friday. So we have to have any changes we make done at 5:55, and I think we should sell some of our equipment right before it ends so that we can hopefully get as much money as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sweet. If you guys want to add your phone numbers to that group chat, I'll just go ahead and text all of you.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Sure.
Get it in the group message now. That's a good idea.
All right, I'm sending the message right now. Oh, what?
Okay, so what times works for everybody?
I can do.
To check.
I can do like 4 o'clock Eastern time.
Which is.
Yeah, you should have said this for time zones.
So that'd be 2 p.m. Mountain Time.
And I'm available every day after 7:30 Mountain Time, 7:30 time. So I can be the night check, the evening check, like 7:30 and 9:30, because I'm usually doing work all the way that time.
Okay, what time do you want me to put you down for then? 7:30 or 9:30 or 8 or what?
Let's do 8.
Okay. Okay, so that'll be 6 p.m. Mountain Time.
I'm putting this on my calendar.
I'm at 8 p.m. Mountain Time.
Oh, okay. So it'd be like 10 your time then. Okay. And I'm a night owl, and I usually stay up till like midnight or later.
Me too.
So I'll probably check it once or twice, but I will not text you guys at midnight. Don't worry. I'll wait until the morning.
All right.
Okay, what about you, Mike M?
Are these times just like a time we're picking to like
check the simulation?
And so we're just like jumping on, seeing if we think there's any changes, and then jumping off.
Mm-hmm. And if changes need to be made, send a group text out to say, "Hey, I think this needs to be changed," and then wait for like an hour. So like if you're like, "This needs changed," I'm going to change it in the next hour.
That we
right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm open pretty much anytime. Just I mean, probably noon Mountain Time would be best. I'm usually in the library doing homework then, so it would be fairly easy.
Okay. Okay, and I can do like 10 a.m. my time, so that would be 9 a.m.
9.
Mountain Time. Okay, so here's the times we've got covered so far. We've got 9 a.m. Mountain Time. I'm just going to say Mountain Time for
Mountain
everything
Time.
so that we
Yeah.
can keep track of it and know where we need to fill in. So we'll have it checked at 9, at noon, at 2 p.m., and 8 p.m. Do we need to fill in some gaps there?
I think between 2 and 8, right?
Yeah, we probably should have a 5 or a 6.
I can't. That's my prime time, or else I would. It's like dinner and kids, and yeah, I can't. There's no way.
I could do that. That would be like 6 my time. We're usually done by dinner by then.
I can check in again at the evening if you guys remind me, or just tell me which time you want.
My time, but well, the next 2 weeks I'm off work, but my time usually then is range
Work.
noon to 6 some days. So, but for the most part, I can check before that.
Okay,
So
and
I'm more open in the mornings, I guess. But right for this first simulation, I can check whatever time.
Okay, I get kind of paranoid, so I probably will pop on and just check at random times. Do you guys mind if I do that? I'm like, hey, we need to make a
No,
change.
that's fine. I'd
Okay.
probably
That's totally fine. I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. I think we'll just have designated times just for group sakes. But if we all just hop on as often as we can, through this week it should be fine.
Yeah, and this week I think is going to be the easiest. I think next time we have to deal with like ordering supplies and all kinds of other stuff that I don't even want to think about right now. So, okay, so it looks like, did everybody get the group texts?
Yeah.
Yep, I got it. I mean, I sent it, so I got it.
Okay.
Yes, got it.
Okay, sounds like we've got a game plan. So also we have to do a group paper that's due at the end of this. Let me.
Is that Saturday?
Yeah, it's due on Saturday, but I don't know that we can really do it until after the simulation is over, because it's like, how did your simulation go? What would you change? What worked well in your group? What didn't work well in your group? That sort of thing. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
That's a group. Oh, I thought it was an individual one. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a group assignment. Let me pull it up and see.
I think it is too. One person submits it, but we all work on it, so we could probably just put it in a Google Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
The big thing with that would be assigning out who does which parts so that we make sure that everything gets done and nothing gets overlooked. And I don't know if it's this class or not where we have to say we. Is that in this class? Did they say anything to always say we instead of I? That must be a different class. I'm taking another project management class right now and I'm getting them all confused. So let's see.
Hey guys, I am so sorry. I have to go back to work.
Okay. We'll finish recording it and I'll just send the link out in the email. But I think we got enough done so far that we'll be good. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you so much. See you guys later.
Take care. Okay.
Do any of you have it pulled up?
Yeah. Hold on. Teach one another. Oh no. Let's see. I was trying to get to it. Thunder and Pro. Trying to figure out where. Okay, so it must be under this week's stimulation.
Okay, so here I've got the rubric, so I'm guessing this is what we need to do. So we are going to be judged based on our cash balance. If it should be above 1.4 million if we're going to get full credit for it. Capacity should be where it should be. And we should make comments in the write-up about that. Let's see. So we need to talk about our decisions that we made as a group, which ones adversely affected our team's performance, and then we need to provide specifics on what we need to do differently.
Where are the instructions on the paper? Because I don't see it anywhere.
I'm looking at the rubric. I don't
So
see
am I,
anything.
but I don't see
So
instructions.
I didn't see the instructions either. Based on the rubric, that's what I'm using to determine what we need to do.
Yeah, I see if we want to get a good grade. Okay. So I'm assuming we're working off of trying to obtain 100%, right?
Right.
Okay.
That's my goal. That way, if we don't get 100%, then no big deal.
Exactly.
Better
No.
than shooting for a C and ending up with an F.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I'm writing down the questions. Who wants to make a Google Doc and send it out to everybody?
I can do that. That's fine.
Okay, that would be good.
I'll do it right now.
So we need to know all the decisions that adversely affected our team performance and provide specifics on what we should do differently. We can't have any more than one typo or a punctuation error. Block formatted paragraphs with reasonable length, whatever that means. And skillful use
No
of
more
headings and bullets. Okay. So
that's what you want me to like put on the paper as a guide or what?
for the question, I think we only really need to answer one question, and that's what decisions adversely affected our team performance.
Yeah, that's
and what could we do differently?
Okay.
And I think for that one, I think one thing that we need to put on it right at the very beginning is we did not meet until our simulation had already been going for 24 hours. I don't know if it'll negatively affect us, but I feel like if we just say, we didn't do anything wrong on this, we couldn't have done anything better, we're not going to get full points. So we probably should at least come up with something on it.
No, I agree with you because I thought about that last week when I was looking at this. I'm like, we should have probably tried to meet last week to talk about what we were going to do as it went on live.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
We can do that for our next simulation. So
for sure.
I
think we definitely should.
Okay, so I think we're good on this. When do we have our next simulation? We probably ought to meet the week before our next simulation so that we can catch it quicker than we did this time, so that as soon as it's running, we're ready to go.
Yes, or at least have a plan on how we're going to address it. Okay, so let's see the next simulation.
I seem to think
it's week 9.
Okay, so week 9. So if we plan to meet sometime in week 8.
Wow, that's a long time between.
Wait, yeah, it's week 8 we should meet because week 9 is the next simulation.
Yeah,
okay.
I see.
And it'll start on Monday, June 9th. So we need to meet the week of June 2nd. Do you guys?
I'm okay with meeting on Tuesdays if we just want to like keep that same day and time. That works for me.
Tuesday, so it'd be Tuesday, June 5th.
Yeah, I have meetings Wednesdays and Thursdays for other classes, so that really only leaves Tuesday or Monday open.
Okay. So since the other Mike is at work right now, I don't know if he's always working or if Monday or Tuesday would be better for him. Should we tentatively just say Tuesday the 5th at the same time? And if that doesn't work, then we can reschedule, since we'll have plenty of time to reschedule.
Yeah, I think that's safe.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Okay, so next meeting will be Monday, June 5th, same time. So what time? 8:30 Central Time. Is that right? So 9:30.
7:30 Mountain Time. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And when is our next simulation? Week 9, and what's after that? We don't need to plan that meeting, but just so that we know
what's going on throughout the semester.
I think there's
Shut up.
3 of them. Is it at week 14?
Let's see.
Are we
I'm not
missing
seeing
one?
another one.
Do we only have 2?
I think there's only 2 actually.
Okay, works for me.
Yeah, from what I saw in the grades when I was looking at the.
Oh, that's right. In the video, he said the next one's worth 70 points and this one's only
Yeah.
worth 30 points.
Yeah.
So that would
Yes.
be 100 points total.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Okay, so we'll plan on it. If it doesn't work, then we'll go from there. And we'll just be in contact all the time in our text message.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
anything else we need to talk about or bring up or comments, questions?
Nope. I'm gonna send out the Google Doc in just a couple minutes, and we can fill in as we go or put in our thoughts. I feel like we should all put in at least 1 or 2 thoughts, and then we can clean it up and make sure it makes all sense.
And are you going to be in charge of actually submitting it, Lily?
Sure, I can do that.
Okay, that'll be good. Okay, sounds good. I am going to stop the broadcast and I'll send a link out to the video just in case anybody wants to reference it in the future. We all
Okay.
have it. Okay,
Sounds like a plan. Thank you, everybody.
thanks everyone.
Yep, have
See
a
you
good one.
next time.
Bye.